Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Back on the topic of Major League Baseball today. My first MLB video in a while. Super excited to be talking Major League Baseball today. Tomorrow, April 1st, marks the first pitch of the 2021 season. So super exciting stuff coming our way. And today I'm going to be just previewing all of the opening day matchups. Of course, 15 games tomorrow. Every team is playing, which is super awesome. So I'm just going to be previewing those games and previewing tomorrow's opening day for all of you guys. But before we get into the video, question today, pretty simple one. I just want to hear what matchup you guys are most excited for tomorrow. Obviously, not a lot of great matchups, but a couple big matchups tomorrow that I'm looking forward to. So I want to hear your favorite one. Comment below, and at the end of the video, of course, you'll kind of understand which is my favorite that I'm looking forward to. But at the end of the video, I'll go over which matchup is my favorite and why. But let's get right into the video. Again, looking at each matchup, comparing the starting pitchers and who do I think would win. First matchup we got the Rays at the Miami Marlins. We got Tyler Glasnow on the mound for the Rays versus Sandy Alcantara on the mound for Miami. I think Miami's a pretty good team. They were a playoff team last year. I think they were just at 500, maybe a game below or game above. I can't remember, but they were right at 500. I think they were. I think they beat the Cubs the first round, and then they lost to the Braves. So the Miami Marlins had a pretty good year last year. The Rays had a better year, won the AL. I'm gonna go with the Rays in this one. I think Glasnow comes out hot. He is now the Rays' #1, and I think Glasnow is gonna have to hold a lot of weight for the Rays this year. And I think he can do it. I think the Rays. I think Wander Franco, the shortstop prodigy, is having a good spring training. We got Randy, hopefully gonna have a good year. We got Brandon Lau gonna have a good year. Austin Meadows been hitting the shit out of the ball in spring training. I like the Rays in this matchup. I'm giving the Rays the win, starting 1-0 on the year over Miami. The next matchup, we got the Red Sox versus the Baltimore Orioles. Sorry, the first game, the Rays at Miami, is in Miami, of course. Now we got Baltimore in Boston. So Red Sox versus the Orioles in Boston. We got Nathan Eovaldi on the mound for the Red Sox and John Means on the mound for the Orioles. I'm going Red Sox in this game. Red Sox had a bad season last year, but I'm looking hopeful for this year. Hopefully we can see Chris Sale make a return. Like I said, Eovaldi on the mound for this one. I like Eovaldi over John Means of Baltimore. Baltimore, I mean, we might see Adley Rutschman make an appearance, the guy out of Oregon State 2 years ago. Maybe. This Orioles team is not in good shape. We do have Ryan Mountcastle, the first baseman for the Orioles, a guy that's in the Rookie of the Year conversation, but that's like the only thing that I think is a highlight of this Orioles program. Red Sox, you got Bobby Dahlbeck and Michael Chavis really swinging the bat well in spring training. Two really young guys. And then you got Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts. You added Kike Hernandez to your roster. You did lose Benintendi and JBJ in the outfield. But I like the Red Sox beating the Baltimore Orioles in Boston. I think that's my outcome for the second matchup here in opening day. Next, we got the Blue Jays at the New York Yankees. Like I said, in New York, this is a very, very good game, I think. You're looking at two teams that I think are very, very much in the conversation of winning the AL. My AL favorites right now are White Sox, Blue Jays, and Yankees if I had to choose three, and this is two of them. Of course, an AL East matchup. I like this game a lot. We got Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees and Ryu on the mound for the Blue Jays. Of course, both teams #1. Ryu got an MVP vote last year. Garrett Cole was just at 326 strikeouts 2 years ago. So both of these pitchers on fire, and we're looking at a roster, or lineups, one with Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Gio Urshela, Gleyber Torres, Luke Voigt, all those names. And then we're looking at another one with Vladdy Jr., Biggio, Bo Bichette, recently added George Springer, Marcus Semien. These two teams are going to really butt heads all year. I think this is going to be a great game, but I think the Yankees come out on top. I think the Yankees will have a better regular season. I think they're pushing 100, 105 wins, while the Blue Jays are pushing 90 to 95. So I got the Yankees taking this one, but it will be a good game. Next, we got the Cleveland Indians at the Detroit Tigers. Shane Bieber, reigning American League Cy Young winner, versus Matthew Boyd of the Tigers. Not much to say here. I think the Tigers are one of the worst teams in the league. No offense to you Tigers fans if there's any of you out there, but I got the Indians taking this one rather controllingly over the Tigers. Next, we got the Texas Rangers at the Kansas City Royals. Kyle Gibson of the Texas Rangers versus Brad Keller of the Kansas City Royals. This is a tough one. I'm not too keen on either of these teams, but I'm gonna go Kansas City Royals for this one. I like the way Jorge Soler's been swinging the bat in spring training. He's been swinging the bat well, really hitting the ball well. I think they got Andrew Benintendi, or they did get Andrew Benintendi, and I think that'll help out this Royals team. So for that reason, I'm gonna go Royals in this one. I think that is subject to change. I think Brad Keller for the Texas Rangers is the better pitcher here, but I'm gonna go Royals taking this game from the Rangers. Next, we got the Minnesota Twins at the Milwaukee Brewers. Kenta Maeda of the Twins versus Brandon Woodruff of the Brewers. I think the Twins are the better team. I'm going to go Twins here. Miguel Sano, been swinging the bat well, hitting the ball well. He has been for the last couple years, but spring training goes the same. I like the matchup, Maeda versus Woodruff. I'm going Maeda, and I'm going Twins to take this one from the Brewers. Next, another one of my favorite matchups for tomorrow, a big game between the White Sox and the Angels. Of course, the Angels getting their way towards the conversation of an AL pennant, maybe. You got Shohei, the two-way guy that we all know, having good spring training, swinging the bat really well. You've got, of course, the best outfielder, the best player maybe ever in Mike Trout. You add Anthony Rendon at third base, top 3 third baseman in the league, or at least was 2 years ago. I like the Angels a lot. But I'm going to go White Sox in this matchup. I guess I didn't even cover the pitchers yet. Lucas Giolito of the White Sox versus Dylan Bundy of the Angels. I think Giolito's the better pitcher here, and I think the White Sox are the better team. I like the outfield in Luis Robert, and I like Eloy Jimenez, and I like Tim Anderson, and I like Nick Madrigal, and I like Jose Abreu, and I like Yoan Moncada, and I like Yasmani Grandal behind the plate. I like everything about this White Sox team. And the Angels, I named their 3 big pieces in Trout, Rendon, and Shohei Ohtani. So I think the White Sox take this game 5-3, 6-3, a pretty controlling win, but I think the Angels hang in there, put a couple good swings on balls. Mike Trout hits a home run. That's pretty given on opening day. So that's what I got. I got the White Sox winning that game. Next, we got the Astros at the Oakland A's. Zach Greinke versus Chris Bassett of the A's. I think the Astros take this game. The Astros are going to see a little bit of decline in production without George Springer, unfortunately, but the A's are going to see a bigger one. You lose. I think they lost Laureano. I know they lost somebody to the Blue Jays. You lost Liam Hendricks to the White Sox, which I didn't even mention for the previous matchup, White Sox versus Angels. I think Liam Hendricks comes in late in the game and closes it out. But back to the Astros at the A's. Zach Greinke, I think I like Greinke over Bassett of the A's, and I like the Astros lineup with Correa, Altuve, Michael Brantley. The list goes on. Alex Bregman. I like the Astros to beat the A's here on opening day. Next, Giants at Mariners. One of the more boring matchups of the day, I think. This is tough for me to say. I think since the Mariners are at home, I'm going to take the Mariners. Kyle Lewis, reigning Rookie of the Year, I think will carry them. You got Kevin Gausman of the Giants versus Marco Gonzalez of the Mariners. Pitching matchup pretty relatively even. I like it, but I'm going to go Mariners in this one. Next, we got the Braves at Phillies. Another super exciting divisional matchup with Max Fried, I guess the number 1 of the Braves. It's hard to say with Soroka, Charlie Morton. But I'm going to go Max Fried's the number 1, and then Aaron Nola, number 1 of the Phillies. Aaron Nola is a great pitcher, but the Phillies' starting rotation really falls off after that. Not that this matters for this matchup, but in general, the Phillies do not have good depth in starting pitching. So Max Fried versus Aaron Nola. I'm wearing my Braves shirt. I really like the Braves this year. I'm going to go with the Braves in this matchup. Freddie Freeman reigning NL MVP. Dansby Swanson I like a lot. Austin Riley, young third baseman, hits the ball really well. The outfield, Pache, and I guess they lost Nick Markakis to retirement. But I like the Braves in general. I like Travis d'Arnaud, what he did last postseason. I like everything about the Braves over the Phillies for the most part. Yes, the Phillies do have Bryce Harper, who's swinging the bat really well. They do have Didi Gregorius, one of my favorite shortstops in the league. They do have JT Realmuto, one of the best catchers in the league, who I actually have on my fantasy team. So JT, I need you to do good this year. But I'm going to go with the Braves over this one. I think they can out-hit the Phillies and out-pitch the Phillies. Do both of those well and win maybe a 4-3, 5-3 ball game. Next, another good divisional matchup in the New York Mets at the Washington Nationals. Washington Nationals obviously coming off a 2019 World Series win, but the team now is very different. I guess, yes, you still have your centerpieces in Trey Turner and Juan Soto. And on the mound, you still got Strasburg and you still got Scherzer, but you did lose Anthony Rendon. You did lose Howie Kendrick, who was old at the time and carried you to that World Series win. But the pitching matchup, you got number 1 in the league, Jacob deGrom, versus also a very good pitcher in Max Scherzer. But the pitching matchup goes to the Mets, and I think the game goes to the Mets. I got the Mets winning this one. Washington's been swinging the bat pretty well with Schwarber, and Josh Bell been swinging the bat pretty well in spring training. But I like Lindor and Jeff McNeil and James McCann and Polar Bear Pete Alonso. I like them over the Nationals. So I'm going to go Mets in that matchup. Next, we got the Redbirds at the Cincinnati Reds. Cardinals at Reds. Jack Flaherty versus Luis Castillo. I like Jack Flaherty in this pitching matchup. I'm a big fan of Jack Flaherty, and I think Nolan Arenado sets the tone, has an opening day home run for you Cardinals fans, and I think the Cardinals takes the win at Cincinnati. Next, we got the Pirates at the Cubs. Should be a mismatch. The Cubs did lose Yu Darvish, did lose Kyle Schwarber. I think oddly enough, they got Jake Arrieta back after him not being there for the last 5 seasons. But I think the Cubs did take a loss in a couple players, but you still got Wilson Contreras, you still got Javi Baez, you still got Ian Happ, you still got a good team in Chicago, and I'm going to take Chicago over the Pirates. The pitching matchup is Kyle Hendricks of the Cubs versus Chad Cole of the Pirates. I think the Pirates are one of the worst organizations in the league right now, so I'm going to go Cubs all the way on this one, a commanding win for the Cubs. Last 2 matchups of the day are getting into. First, we got the D-backs at the Padres. Padres should smack them. We got Yu Darvish, his first start at the Padre, obviously reigning, not NL MVP or not NL Cy Young last year, but I think he finished second in voting. So Yu Darvish really peaking right now, doing really well. First start as a Padre. Padre, obviously, probably the team with the most hype around him right now going into 2021. I'm hoping to see them smoke the D-backs. You do have Bumgarner on the mound, who is getting old, but he's always capable of a good start, so it won't be easy. But I got the D-backs getting smacked by the Padres. And the last matchup, perhaps the most anticlimactic, Dodgers versus the Rockies. The Rockies, I think, sitting at rock bottom in the league right now. You just traded away $51 million and your best player to the Cardinals and Nolan Arenado for a couple prospects. The pitching matchup looks like Kershaw versus German Marquez. German Marquez is actually a pretty good pitcher, I think, but Kershaw's going to win this pitching matchup, and the Dodgers are going to smack the Rockies to finish off opening day. So again, those are our matchups for opening day. I'm super excited. Tomorrow, April 1st, opening day is upon us. MLB starting 2021 season. Yes, all the above. That's all for the video. And as far as the question of the day, who's my favorite matchup? I'm going to have to go Yankees Blue Jays. I think this could very possibly be an ALCS matchup that we're seeing. And again, I had the Yankees taking that one in a close game. Thanks for watching, guys. 2-minute warning.